Meanwhile, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to France has officially begun. It's well and truly underway. The two-day visit will focus on strengthening defence ties between the two nations. Prime Minister Modi will also be the guest of honour at the Bastille Day parade celebrations on Friday. Now, shortly after his arrival, the Indian leader met with the French Prime Minister Elizabeth Borne. He was also seen interacting with the French Senate President Gerard Larcher. India and France are celebrating 25 years of strategic partnership, but the historical relationship between India and France stretches back centuries. Now, the armies of the two nations are also no strangers to this bond. To honour the shared past, the French government has invited the Indian Prime Minister to attend the Bastille Day parade celebrations as the guest of honour. A large tri-services contingent from India will be participating in the parade, and 3 Indian Air Force aircraft will also take part in the flypast. The defence cooperation is set to be the main agenda of the discussions during the two-day-long visit. France and India are expected to ink the defence deals worth nearly about $13.3 billion. This includes a plan to purchase 26 Rafale marine fighter aircraft and 3 Scorpion-class submarines for the Indian Navy. Now, here are some of the Rafale Marine's features. Rafale Marine can in fact operate from aircraft carriers. The aircraft carriers INS Vikramaditya and Vikrant have been operating the MiG-29S and now need Rafales for operations on both the carriers. It has a carrier-based microwave landing system, which is an all-weather precision radio guidance system. Now, the Rafale M also includes built-in ladder for direct access to the cockpit from the deck of the carrier. The radar system of the Rafale is maritime optimized. It has a wider range of weapons, which includes anti-ship missiles. Lastly, the Rafale marine jets are heavier than its Air Force counterpart because of all the latest modifications. And WION's Siddhant Sibil is joining us live on this broadcast from Paris. Siddhant, we have just seen the visuals of the Indian Prime Minister meeting with the French Prime Minister there. Give us a sense of what is in fact lined up for this evening in terms of engagements for the Indian Prime Minister.
Well, Mohammed, it has been a long day and it will be a long day. We know that the Indian Prime Minister's key focus today is not only to meet the leadership but also essentially address the Indian diaspora. I'm standing at the location where the members of the Indian diaspora have started to arrive, and the Indian Prime Minister will be addressing them. Remember, there is a significant number of the members of the Indian diaspora in France. Many of them have their origin to Puducherry, which was once under colonial rule of France. And of course, focus of the Indian Prime Minister has been to connect with the Indian diaspora in several ways. It has been, in fact, a permanent fixture of Indian Prime Minister's foreign visits abroad, whether it's Japan, Australia, New York, Washington, and now, of course, Paris. We do expect the Indian Prime Minister during his address to talk about what his government has done in past few years, but also talk about the strong India-France connect. Now, remember that during this visit, defense remains a key focus. We have seen announcement coming from Delhi over Rafale M, that is the marine variant of the fighter jet that will be used on INS Vikrant. But essentially, other than defense, focus has been on climate change. We have seen on climate change, both India and France played a key role when it comes to the International Solar Alliance.
Absolutely indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant, for joining us and giving us all those details there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.